Hey Ron, welcome to the Game Foundation. So we're back in the game, and it has been quite a long time since the previous series of this game, and since then this game has gotten quite a few updates. There's even been mods added. We're not using any mods today. We might, however, if possible, be adding some of those later. But for this series, for now, we're gonna do this vanilla style, and we are settling down in the valley. This is where we will be living, and the reason I like this one is because I really like that we have different hills, mountains, we got some rivers passing by, a lot of nice forest. So that's some reason why I really like this one, because if we have water, that means we can have fishing, and that will be a good source of pretty easy to get food. And looking around here, there are probably some pretty nice spots that we can select for. This would be pretty awesome. I really like this place. We do have very close to get some iron. I don't think we can go because it's just outside of the starting zone we would have here. But I'm also kind of leaning towards a place that I saw down here, which lives right next to the water. And something that's really good with this one is that you can see we have fishes right outside here in the water. So our fishermen do not have to go very far to go to this one or to this one over here. So fishing should be plentiful and pretty easy to do. And we even have some over here. So food wise, I think this is a very good idea. But it would be cool to live up here. But it's not impossible to do so later. Because if we start down here, then we might start with first expanding around this area. Then we might go over the water. Make a bridge over, which is going to be very expensive to do. And then we might make our way up here, and we can do like a castle up on the hill here maybe. We can do like a big church area, something like that would be pretty awesome, I think. Let me know what you guys think about that. So starting down here, we should be having some berries, some trees, and some stone out here in the woods. So let's take this one, guys. I think this one is going to be good. Good amount of food. Let's get him a village center then, so we have somewhere to go from. And what I kind of like to do in this game, for the first one, I don't want to have it too close to places that I know is not gonna have like a lot of city space. So since we might be having fishing, we might be occupying this space with fisher huts. Or this side, we'll see. Might be better here, we'll see. But if we do it somewhere around here, that should be a pretty good distance. So here we have our beautiful intense looking eyes, people. The best feature in the game is those guys' eyes. Okay guys, so we got our little humble little place here with a few villagers. Let's set up a lumber camp so we can start to gather some lumber. And I might do it pretty close to where we're gonna gather stone eventually. So drop it there. We need to have some builders because we want to build this as well. So Pierre and Viona is going to be builders. I might do 3 in the beginning and then remove 1 later. Because that way we should be able to get the building a little bit faster. A stone cutter camp to get some stone. And we also of course want to make sure we get a gathering hut, because we do want to get some food. And I'm going to turn this a little bit, have a little bit away from our village center. I kind of wish it was possible to move these bushes as well. It would be pretty cool if you can like uproot them and move them somewhere. That would be pretty awesome, just so we can plan out a little bit more. So that's good. We got some builders. We're making a gathering hut. We're making a lumber camp. We're making a stone cutter camp. Let's get a sawmill. That's where we can produce planks from wood, which is going to be super useful when we are building things, because we need those for our builders to construct more advanced things later on. Well, I kind of like this, have this centered. I might even drop it here. Can we move these boxes? It would be cool if we can. I'm not entirely sure. Let's see if it's possible. Okay, so I don't think we can remove that, or it will go away maybe of itself later on. Because it would be kind of cool if you had like the well sitting here in the middle, then you would have market stalls around it. But I wonder if this would create problems if I drop it here. I'm just gonna give it a try. We're gonna see if it works or if we are gonna break the game already. Another thing we need to do is to get this granary. This is where we will be stocking food and also for trading the food. So this one I think is new since I made my latest YouTube series. I'm pretty sure this one's new since the last time when I played. So you have your normal warehouses, but you also do have your granary, so that's pretty awesome. And we might want to keep this pretty close to our food places, because that means they have to, you know, they don't have to walk as much. So since we have the gathering hut here, maybe we'll have some fishing hut down here by the water. It could be, I think, a wise decision to have it out here somewhere. And we're probably gonna have more later, like when we get to farming and perhaps some other ways to gather food. It looks like our lumber camp is ready, so we have a pretty limited amount of people in the beginning. We have only currently 5 people that are unemployed, so I'm gonna get 2 people to do wood cutting, and there's probably like a really good amount that you will have for different workplaces at the beginning, but this is what we're doing. It looks like the stonecutter camp is also done. Very nice. So stone, I don't think it is as important as wood in like the super early beginning. So I might only go for like 1 stone cutter at the very start. There's no extraction zone for stone cutter. That's another thing we have to remember to do. So if we go up here, we can paint things on the game. So allow wood cutting, stone cutting, and then berry harvesting. So we then make a zone, and we're probably gonna be chopping down the wood here and the stone, so we get the stone marked. And we also will be chopping down some wood here because we need to get wood. Later we will also get a forester so we can replant the forest. And we might as well just go and chop down if anything is there, because if we're gonna have houses here, that wood is gonna go away later on anyway, so. And also mark that one so we can gather the berries. I'm not gonna keep too much of the forest actually, so I might just keep like a thin line next to the water, maybe. I just kinda like it when there's a few fluffy trees left. So let's do something like that, should be pretty good. We need to gather some food, guys, so we only have 1 more unemployed. Okay, so we got lumber camp, people working, stone cutter camp, and we also do have in a gathering hut. And we will also need to have 1 working in our granary, but that one also has to get built. We need 5 stone, 15 wood. So we may as well take the last unemployed one, make another stone cutter so we get a little bit more stone. And I might also remove 1 of our current builders, so gonna be unemployed for now. And then we can move this person to the chopping wood for now, but they do also gain up skills, so they will be better after their jobs. I'm not entirely sure how much of a like a big difference it does to have highly skilled lumberjacks and such. But I kind of hope it do quite a big difference, because that would make it more worth to be able to maintain your people, to keep them happy, to make sure they don't move out of town, or if they die or something, it will hurt to lose them. Fill the needs for the newcomers. We need the well, we're doing that one. We need to make a market, so that's something we need to build. We're doing the granary now. So most of the stuff that we need to do now is related to the market pretty much. Let's do a market. We only really need to do it very simple right now. So I'm gonna put pretty much a food stall here. That's where we will be selling our delicious berries. And we don't really have to do more at the moment. We also want to make it really simple at the very start. But later on we will definitely be adding some tents above it, some barrels, some benches, some decorations, because we also do have decorations down here, and the current one we can see are decorative bush and fences, but we will get more eventually there, so that's gonna be pretty awesome. Something you can do in the game, by the way, which can be super useful sometimes, is if you tick this thing here, you can make this to be marked as prioritized construction. That means they should try to build that one as fast as they can. And I feel like we want to make sure we do that with the market, because we want to start selling food. If we ain't selling food, people are not going to be happy, but they do not really have any like real needs at the moment. But we should make sure we start to get some food here. Let's see how the granary is doing, and we need a little bit more stone. Looks like we're pretty good on wood at the moment. So I'm gonna remove 1 of our wood cutters, and we're gonna move a wood cutter in here. From wood cutter to stone cutter. There we go. We got our first market stall. So in this one we want to sell berries. Also do need to have a villager that can be selling some, but at the moment we don't really have any free one. So what we might want to do perhaps is to take one of our builders. I guess we can wait until the Granary is down and take one of our builders to work on the market. That would be nice. I think this guy, you're gonna be working here. So let's see here. Pierre, you are gonna be unemployed, and instead you're gonna be my new market tender. So that means that we should be able to bring food from our gathering hut out here, from berries, and we're gonna be able to move it here and start selling some berries. That's gonna be awesome. So now we only need to do our granary and raise our villagers to surf, and that is something we will do. We'll be surfing, of course. So this one, a little bit more stone. Bring me some stone, guys, and my people are gonna be very happy. We're very good on wood at the moment. Almost a little bit surprised. I'm gonna move one of those over to stone cutting. So now we only need to get to surf, and that pretty much means, if I remember correctly, that we just have to pretty much meet our people's needs. For example, at the moment, they do want to have water pretty much. Later they will want to have like housing for sure. And they also want to have food, so that's why we got a market stall here where we are gonna sell some berries. But we also want to make sure we are storing berries in here. It seems to work better also when you try to store berries in the granary. It seems like it goes from the gathering hut into this one and then from the granary into the market. It just seems like it works faster if you do it that way. I'm gonna remove one of my stone cutters because now we do need to have a transporter that can gather the things that we want to gather in the granary. Looking at, I think we're getting some berries here now, maybe? Do we have any berries? No berries yet. It looks like this one can actually sit there, so that's good. The workplace is full, woodcutter camp, so that's when you want to have like a warehouse. But at the moment we can't really do them, so we can't do much about it. We have to raise villagers to surf, and after that one we should be able to hopefully do the warehouse. Okay, so they collected some berries, I just saw that. And this is gonna be carried over to our marketplace. Look at that, now we have some food, and people can get happier. And we beat it! Now we have some serfs living here. 6 newcomers, 5 newcomers, 3 serfs. The kingdom recognizes your effort in establishing your citizens. I am but a humble servant. So we got +4 in the sword and the hammer, which we can see up here, and those are used as kind of as points for spending to unlock things. So with those points you can spend like one of these points, unlock the warehouse. But it also do require you to have splendor, and it's called splendor for each and every one of these. And different buildings, decorations and such, they can give you a little bit of splendor. So for example, we would need, for the first one here, we need to have 10 serfs living here. And 0 splendor, but for the next one we also actually need to get up our splendor a little bit for the labor. But that's something, if I remember correctly, we can for example do with our market. If we do like tents for example, this one we give +2 in splendor for labor. But at the same time, it's not really anything that we are gonna focus on for now, because we ain't producing any cloth or stuff like that. It will be something a little bit later in the game. One villager lacks space for housing, so we should be able to make some housing zones. So we do have the residential here. And I want to make my village, at the moment, I want to make it go something like that. And then we will focus maybe fishing huts down here, at that side and this side. There's gonna be some weird pieces of land to buy later as well, by the way. So if we go into this one, you can see that we can expand here, but it has such a tiny piece of land. So probably not something that we will expand to very soon. We're most likely the next one. We might be going for this one of these three, probably one of these three. Most likely this one. But it's nothing we can afford for now, but we will also be able to get free zones later as well when you complete quests and different objectives. But it looks like we have 2 new villagers that's gonna come in here and live here. I'm gonna sort this by job. You can sort it however you want to sort, but I kind of like to sort it by job because then I can see, okay, these are all my woodcutters, these are all my builders. So I can easily see like, maybe I should get a few more builders. But that's nice to see. We're building some houses and these only require wood, and there's gonna be a lot of wood to build up all these houses, but this is gonna make our people happy. And now we can also see, since we have gotten the surf people, the surfers, they require different things. So maybe they require more food, but as you can see here, they also have primary needs for water and housing. But also service of a form of religious thing, so we do need to make pretty much a church. And where we will put this one, I kind of consider actually doing it so it fits here with the market. It's maybe gonna be weird if the opening is right behind this guy, but if we pull it back a little bit, it might be pretty good. But we need to get these new people, because we do need to start working at the sawmill, where we have to make boards. But we could start to design the rustic church, and we're gonna add some workers when we get some. So we're starting with the core, and this one can fill 20 people. That's a thing you have to be careful about as well, that you have to have enough space. So my idea here is that we will have a little bit of extra grass in front of this before that market stall. We can also move it later, or make a new one. If we drop that one there, and we can raise and we can also decrease the height, so we can decide however tall we want to make it. We can make it insanely tall. Actually taller than I thought you could do it. A little bit insane. And then towers. So where I live in real life, they tend to have the clock tower. I'm pretty sure it's in front. Yeah, it's in front of the main house, or however to say, the main building. So for me it feels most natural to do it like that. But this one can't really hold that many people. It can only hold 20 people. And I know that, it might be good enough early on. But we will have to expand it pretty soon. But I might do it quite basic in the beginning. Yes, so we can get people to be happier. So as you can see, we have different doors here. Only 2 of them actually give splendor. So this one doesn't really give any splendor. That's probably my favorite door, but I was thinking that we could do this one. I don't really like. I think that one is overkill. Door A we might do that one. That looks pretty nice. And then later on we might go in and drop some extensions. You can drop them here. The good thing about this extension is that you can see those little balls down there. That's their hooking part. So we can keep adding this extension next to it. But I do prefer this extension, and the only problem is that this one doesn't really have any hooking points, so I can't keep adding next to it. I'm pretty sure I did so when I played this long ago, that I can have them all the way next to this. How much more wood is it to do this one? Let's see. 10 more planks and a lot of tools. Yeah, we do need to get tools, that's another thing. So this should be a nice church. We're gonna wait with it a little bit, but I think it's gonna be sitting pretty nice there. Okay, so now we can go and unlock the warehouse. That was what I was thinking about, because this is another important thing to do. Let's get ourselves some working at the sawmill. I wonder if we should get 2, or let's get another woodcutter and 1 working at the sawmill. We will get some more people eventually. I'm pretty sure I saw that also the immigrant thing, how you get new people, is gonna change in a future update. Not entirely sure how it's gonna change, but I think it will be something like, it's not guaranteed that 2 new people is gonna come and you have to meet different requirements. It might be a little bit random if it's gonna get people, and hopefully it also means that not always you get 2 people, maybe sometime you get 1 person, maybe 3, maybe 5, I don't know what's gonna happen. But it would be nice to see change, because currently in the game it seems like there's like a set timer, and now it comes 2 guys, now it comes another 2 guys. That seems to be the way it works now, so I'm looking forward to see a little bit of change to that. It looks like it's going pretty good. Happiness, everyone is happy, it looks like everyone pretty much have a house, it seems. 2 built, I don't think everyone actually have a house, but they will have, because we're building new ones here. Let's see, I don't think we get a free zone yet? No. But let's see, we do need to get a warehouse. Use it for stocking resources and to trade. So this building could also be good to have pretty far out, where we are like producing stone, where we are making planks, where we're chopping wood. And we can try to store them in this one, and that will be shorter distance to walk. Should be good. And for this one, we can also do trading later, so the things we put in it, we can either buy or we can sell it. So we're getting a little bit much stone at the moment, so I'm gonna remove that one, and then we're gonna have another one working in the sawmill as a carpenter. Producing a little bit more planks, because we are gonna need more planks now. This one needs 15 planks and 10 in stone. And planks is one of the like very first early things that you do trading with. So if you go into this trade window, you have different cities like Northbury, Middle, Davenport, and you will unlock this when we have 20 planks stored, and they will be buying, for example, berries, polished stone, planks, and wine. And we don't really have any wine in the beginning of the game, that's quite far into the game. But they also do sell, for example, honey, they sell glass, they sell tools, they sell barrels and fish. And the thing we are after here really is the tools, because we have no way to get tools at the moment, so we need to trade in tools, and later on during the game we will be able to produce tools, which means we can actually start to sell tools, and then we can sell the tools to, I think there's someone who buys tools, let's see here. Yes, Middle do buy tools, but we only get 10 gold, so that's a little bit unfair that it costs 20 for us from Northbury, but if we want to sell it to Mill, they will only pay 10. That's a little bit unfair. But I think there was also a thing that you can do later if it was inside of Clergy. If we go inside of here, we have a thing called trade bonus. Gain a trade bonus of 20% with villagers of allegiance to the church. Oh, okay, let's see, what was Middle? Oh yeah, so Middle has allegiance with the church. Okay, so that means that we will get like 12 instead of 10 gold pieces per tool, and it can be quite a bit when you produce many tools, so it can add up pretty good. But yeah guys, this is actually gonna be it for today with Foundation. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and if you want me to play more of Foundation, do let me know. I'm gonna try to get like a few more games running at the same time on my channel, so the games you're gonna probably be seeing on my channel in the near future is gonna be Foundation, this game, Founder's Fortune, and Stone Hearth, where we're gonna soon start a new series when I've decided what kingdom and which biome we're gonna play. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, feel free to leave a like on the video, subscribe and hit the bell if you want to get notified when I upload new videos. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you soon again, everybody.